forgotten friend. As the autumn leaves fell, covering the small town of Willow Creek in a vibrant carpet of red and gold, a chill descended upon Emily's life. She was a woman of routine, finding solace in the predictable rhythm of her daily existence. Little did she know that the echoes of her past were about to shatter the tranquility she held so dear. One evening, after a particularly stressful day at work, Emily arrived home to find a peculiar letter waiting for her on the doorstep. It was sealed with an ornate wax emblem, a symbol she hadn't seen since her childhood. The envelope bore no return address, only her name written in a graceful script. Intrigued and slightly unnerved, Emily opened the letter to find a handwritten note inside. Dear Emily, I hope this letter finds you well after all these years. It's been too long, hasn't it? I've missed our adventures, the laughter, and the secrets we used to share. Don't you remember me? Your forgotten friend, Alex. The handwriting was unmistakable, triggering a rush of memories from Emily's childhood. Alex, her imaginary friend, had been her constant companion until the age of 10, when she, like many children, outgrew the need for such companionship. She dismissed the letter as a prank, attributing it to a nostalgic friend playing a joke on her. However, the messages continued, appearing in her mailbox, scrawled on her mirrors, and even whispered in the rustling leaves outside her bedroom window. Emily couldn't escape the presence of her long-forgotten friend. At first, she found it endearing, a quirky reminder of her childhood innocence. But as the messages grew more insistent, Emily's life began to unravel. Sleep-deprived and paranoid, Emily struggled to maintain her composure. Shadows seemed to move on their own, and she caught glimpses of a figure in her peripheral vision, a familiar silhouette from her past. The once welcoming embrace of nostalgia turned into a suffocating grip, pulling her deeper into a nightmarish reality. Desperation led Emily to seek answers from her parents. They were baffled by her distress, claiming to have no knowledge of any imaginary friend named Alex. They reassured her that it was just a phase, a manifestation of stress or fatigue. Yet, the messages persisted, each one pleading for acknowledgement and companionship. One restless night, Emily, driven to the brink, tearfully whispered into the void, "I remember you, Alex. What do you want from me?" In that moment, a sinister energy permeated the room. The air thickened with an otherworldly tension, and a voice, once warm and comforting, now echoed with an ominous resonance. "You abandoned me, Emily. Left me to fade away in the recesses of your mind. But I've returned, and I demand your attention." Terrified, Emily tried to sever the connection, but the bond had grown too strong. Unbeknownst to her, Alex had been more than just a figment of her imagination. It had been a benevolent guardian, protecting her from unseen malevolence throughout her formative years. As Emily's life unraveled, she discovered the painful truth. By neglecting Alex, she had unknowingly unleashed a darker force that now sought retribution for the years of neglect. The malevolent entity, once bound by the friendship it had been denied, hungered for Emily's soul. In a desperate bid to save herself, Emily retraced her steps, revisiting childhood haunts and attempting to reconstruct the bond with her forgotten friend. But time and neglect had taken their toll, and the entity grew stronger with every failed attempt. In a tragic twist of fate, the malevolent force consumed Emily, severing her from the world she once knew. As the shadows enveloped her, the echoes of her forgotten friend whispered one final lament, a mournful requiem for the innocence lost. Willow Creek, once a haven of autumnal beauty, became a haunting reminder of a friendship discarded. The malevolent entity, now free to roam, sought new companions to ensnare in the web of its vengeful existence, leaving behind the remnants of a life shattered by the consequences of neglecting the forgotten friend.